All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing booted up. Make sure my volume is good to go. Yes, it is. All right. And let's get over here to this other screen. Ooh, I forgot to do that. Then this. Oh, I need to remove that too. Yep. All right, but today I was looking through and I saw Sing come up. S-I or not S-I, C-I-N-G. Sing made a huge move up. It is up 106% right now at 988. Now, last Friday and most Fridays, when I come in and I see these wicks, I kind of want to give it a little bit of time to see if it's going to continue to wick throughout the day like this. Last Friday, I ignored the wicks and I was like, I'm just going to trade it. But I want to see, what kind of movement down it can get. And the high right now in this 15-minute is looking like 1028 up here, and it just tried to touch it again, but yeah, just holding right there for now. 15 million shares traded. It is the leading, or no, is it the leading in the volume? Yes, it is leading in the volume above Nvidia and SQQs. I did see that the SPY is coming down, so I will have SOXS on watch as well. But I don't really know if the SPY is going to continue going down today or what. It's going to have to definitely make a decision. SOXS right now came down and hit this little level a couple of times of the $22 and popped up to the 22.95. And this was a level that I was watching previously, that 22 like 75-ish level. Was a recent, or not a recent, but it was a previous month's low. And I was wondering what it was going to do around that level. It did come back up to that level, the 22.72s, and I wanted to see if it can hold above that level. But that is only if the SPY wants to act okay today on a Friday and actually sell off a little bit. But it's already started a sell-off, and what I don't want to happen is to get into this and then it rips back up to the 554s or something like that. Right now, it's going back towards yesterday's ATRs. This high ATR was around 550.25, and it has come down and tested that level and popped back up. So I want to see if it can start to break back into those old ATR levels down here, and break down the 550 to keep my eyes on SOXS as inverse. But also I'll be watching CING. Let's jump over here to the bigger time frames. And while I do that, I forgot to actually, where did my, oh, it didn't keep it on top. Let me see. Interesting. I want this to stay on top. Let's see. Filtering. Starting. No, none of that. Hide messages. Notifications. Enable text to speech. Appearance. Compact mode. Counter view. Colorize author. All right. So let me figure out how I want to keep this on top. Maybe I won't be able to. It's whatever. I'll just open up the regular one that I usually use. Keep that pulled up somewhere over here. Interesting. I couldn't make that stay on top though. What about this one? Background, click through. That's what I want. That's not what I want. So it's a little bit different. Okay. Anyway, we're looking at a Sing this morning. Pretty much the number one watch on the day for most people. It moved up, but I don't know if it's on the backside of the move or how much more it has in the tank. Nothing. Okay. I won't be able to use that then. Donnell says Sing traded yesterday, overextended now. Yeah, that's why I was looking at like last Friday when I looked at this one. I where'd it go? I saw these wicks as something had got extended over here last Friday, and I just ignored it, traded it, and got my shoestrings taken, out of my shoes, and that was kind of bad. Now it did just throw up a new high, but look at these wicks. We gotta definitely take into consideration. Yeah, this thing is getting some kind of resistance, big resistance. So I don't know how that's gonna go. But I'm still going to be watching the SPY coming down. Hopefully, it continues to come down. Sing has a beta of 0.29. It is a positive beta, but it is a it's close to zero. So I don't know how much the markets will actually affect it. Still has an ATR from yesterday of $1.10 that may go up because of this big move a little bit, but I am just more worried about the formation of these candles and what the structure on the day is looking like, and it's looking like it wants to take some lives. All right. Anyway, let me jump over here, get this settled. So I really don't need all of it. Let me see. Move this over here. Bam, bam, just like that. And I have been working on a new build for my scanners and just trying to organize everything here. So the way my scanners are set up, I have my market followers, things that are going to be following the SPY, inverses, large caps, mid caps, and small caps. And then I have the top volume, the top losers on the day. And that's more for like longer term plays. I want to see what's bleeding out on the day. But right now, I was working on this chat thing, but it just isn't acting right. So I thought I'd be able to put it on top of everything, but it will not go and it will not fit correctly. So just gonna squeeze some of this stuff back down and make a little bit of room for it. Anyway, it is 8:07. We got a couple minutes until the open. Save me a little bit of more space. We don't need a whole lot on these ones. All right, there should be enough space right there. Let me see. Where do I want? I can actually make this smaller. But for right now, Sing leading the way. It is back under 100%. Sing, sing a song. All right, that should be enough room. Let me put this over here now. And I will edit this bad boy. Yeah, that's more than enough room. Okay. Cool, cool. So, I guess I could leave the chat up there. It's whatever. For now, but it is going to irritate me there. Absolutely. Let me unlock. Yeah, that's going to irritate me. I'm just looking at it on the screen. I could put a lot more space on the screen here. So I want to crop this bad boy. Not yet. Nope. Almost. Okay, that's pretty good. There we go. All right, so now we have a little bit more space on the screen there with the scanners. Lock that in. And I'll get that all the way right later on, but for now, it's good. It's pretty good. All right. Enough playing with that. Let's get into it. Let's get into Sing here. Okay, so let's jump over to the higher time frames. Yesterday, Sing closed up at $4.80, and it jumped all the way up here to about the high. The wick was 1065 at the high. So somewhere up in here. Okay. 1065, and it has multiple wicks all the way down to the 950. So 950 is probably going to be a nice little zone for it. Okay. Got this little zone based on what the today's pre-market is looking like. Now let's look back at the actual monthly chart and see what we can see back here. At a top up here, body of this candle was at the 1151s, and then above that face resistance. So 1151 up there. I don't know if it'll be able to make this the body of this monthly candle. And then the bottom of this previous monthly candle is down here at the 839s. So we got a couple of levels here. The body of that previous candle. I mean, if it breaks over, 1156, that's just, very unpredictable, especially with the way that the candles are looking right now. That's super unpredictable, but it's a low float, so it can be unpredictable. Good morning, Lori Lee. And also, if it breaks back down the body of this candle, it will be breaking back into a previous harsh resistance level. All right, let's jump over to the weekly. Weekly, looking at the same thing. So basically the 950, 1065 was a high of today during pre-market, and then 1156 was on the monthly chart, but it has a little bit more room out here to 12. And that would be super unpredictable from where it is right now, 9 to 12, especially after it's made that big run up. I really don't know how much gas is in the tank on Sing. Okay, now the daily chart. Daily chart went on up there, got cracked down on, and now it'll be opened up way above that. So the daily chart is pretty irrelevant for right now. All right, so got one thing that I know for sure I'm gonna be watching out of the open, Sing. Not trying to jump into it or anything. It's got 17 million shares traded. I'm also watching the SPY come on down as well. Actually, let me see if I can reduce this size, because this is actually taking up too much space on my actual screen now. Let me see how it looks. It's pretty big. I think I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller because it's kind of compacting a little bit too much. Or I can make this smaller. That's what I do. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let's see. But I want to see everything here. I want to see it all. Okay, that's a little bit better. I at least want to see the full volume. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to make these things a little bit smaller now. My mid cap, large cap scanners don't actually start until the market opens. They start scanning for things that are meeting the criteria during the open. Maybe if I didn't see them on the actual chart, they'll pop up there once they meet the requirements. Okay, and I'm gonna have to give some of this screen back. Oh boy, let's see, transform. Oh God, jumping all over the place. Let's give a little bit back. $475. Let's do 470. That's pretty good. All right, there we go. So a little bit better looking. Trying to make it okay for you and me. We really don't care about what's behind my face, which is the top losers. I usually look at that at the end of the day to build out a my dividend setup, dividends that I want to get into. Why is this thing up so high? Testing. Yep, there we go. All right, but Friday, 8:15, we got 15 minutes into the bell. And speaking of dividends, let me go and see that dividend setup. I'm gonna switch over to it because I have a whole different setup for that. I'm gonna have to give back a little bit of screen for that too. It's a little bit too big. While I got the time. Because I always talk about dividends and all this stuff, but you know, I just never really flip over to the actual build out that I have for it. Make some room over here. Okay, that should be enough. And the dividends, pretty much, they just fund the account. They fund any trading activity that you want to do, you know. Can take this up. There. Okay, where can I put this? Where can I put this? I will bring this down. Okay, scrunching it in, scrunching it in. Okay, let's flip that chat back up. And I still got a bunch of room I can use, so not just aching for room. These screens that are not a part of my laptop are way bigger, so I can kind of squeeze around a little bit. Got like extra 6 or 7 inches on them. And now, there we go. All right, now let's jump over to this one. All right, so basically, I got a couple of different scans here, looking for stable dividends, high yield dividends, the things that really pay out. They are a little bit more risky, and I don't usually. I just once I'm in the profit, I just put a break even in and just let them ride if they're paying dividends, and if they go down below the break even, stop me out. I'll get back in at a better price, and that's kind of how I've been rolling with that. Still got a lot more room. Scoot this over a little bit. But yeah, definitely don't just focus on the short term. Have this coming in on the back end regardless. So if I have a red month, it's usually not a red month because it's erased by these profits. Not really erased, but refilled would be a better word. All right, that's enough of that. Let me get this thing right. Get this thing right. Transform, edit me. I want to decrop this. Come on now. In there. Oh my gosh. All right. 30s. What is it? 30, 40, 50s. All right, that's close enough. All right, cool. So basically, these are a couple that it's already pulled out. And what I'm looking for in the dividends is to find things that are definitely bloody at the moment. I kind of like looking for, like, let's look at BHP. I like things that are heading towards previous lows. Um, like BHP right here going towards, and I don't know if I would be willing to buy this, but it picks it up on the scanner. It's heading towards its yearly low there. NTR, what is this one? This one has what, 6 years of trading history. So that's another thing I look for is history on these. The longer the history, the more I can kind of gauge how it's going to move off of lows. PPG 122, kind of in consolidation. I'm really not too into that one. It does pay a quarterly dividend of 68 cents. SHY, not too worried about that one. That pays a monthly dividend of 27 cents, but the shares are $82 per share. So if you get 100 shares, you get 100 times 27 per month. UPS is another one that has been on my watch for sure. I had already marked up the charts to enter back into this range here around $100. Last time it was here, I actually missed it. It went up to 233s, and I just been patiently waiting for it to fall. But even if it enters into this area, I want to see some type of consolidation, because look how long this consolidation was here, between 2013 all the way to 2020. So that's 7 years of consolidation. So I want to get the best, I want to get something, around the bottom, or even if it dives this through this bottom and goes towards 80s, I would definitely be looking into it. But, just giving it time, because there's no rush. It pays a good dividend. It pays $1.63 per quarter. So that means monthly, it will be paying, where's my calculator? $1.63, and it says quarterly, so 163 divided by 3, that is 54 cents per share per month. So you won't get your payment until the 3 months, but that's how much it will be. Let me jump over here to here. I didn't even put my other stuff on there. And a lot of times I'll come over here, pull up NASDAQ, and look at the dividend history. Has the dividends been consistent? Has it, all of those questions you might want to ask about dividends, right? So annual dividend yield is $6.52 per year. It's about a 5% dividend yield. If we go back to older times, we can see, first dividend it paid out was in 1999, 30 cents, and then it dropped 17, 19, 21, then it got to 30, 40s, 47s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, just been consistently rising. since 1999, and it might actually become a dividend king. The dividend kings and aristocrats, they continually raise their either their rate or the amount that they actually pay out on the dividend, which this one looks like is going to become. But just been watching UPS, definitely an interesting one. Back over to what we have. Let me flip back over to the other setup. So here are all of my setups, and let's go to home day trade. I say setups, but it's kind of like configurations for TOS. All right, here we are. Oh my goodness. Did I forget to save what I did? Yeah, I did forget to save all of that stuff that I did, but it's okay because the sizing is still the same over here. Let me go to my dual monitor. Let's see, studio, and go to left. Okay, yeah, let's fix that. Got about 5 minutes to the bell. Still thinking about seeing out of the open. Want to see it give up with those big wicks out of pre-market. And I think it can definitely do that quite quickly. That's one thing. When you do make all these changes, you got to save the configuration because it went right back to where it was. Now, OBS didn't. I can still see the actual picture and see where it's fitting, but yeah, kind of irritating to have to reshape these again. But it's just part of the game. It takes my eyes off of the market for a little bit, lets me think about something else, you know. I don't think distractions are the most horrible thing if you know what you're looking for, but if you have found what you're looking for, getting distracted is crazy. You know, all kinds of stuff happening, life. You might just be like, look, let me just not do this, or let me take extremely small size on this idea until I can get back to it. That's the way to keep yourself safe. Okay, beta, everything's fitting now. Okay. All right, and let me just look at this real quick. Let's. I see. I should have made two scenes. That's what this is. So it's still gonna be looking crazy. I gotta make a whole separate scene for this. Oh, well, I'll do that later. Coming up into the open. We'll get to that later. My guy hitting me up at the end of the stream. I'll get to him in about 10 minutes. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh boy. Transform. All right. Now that should be right, and lock that in. All right, let's zoom over here and make sure we can see everything. Yep. All right, we're good. And I need to save this. Absolutely, this time. We got 2 minutes left to the open. Watching Sing out of the open. There we go. Meow. Up 114%. Throwing wicks, crazy wicks all over the place. Went up and touched this top level, that pre-market high, and made a new pre-market high, which is now at 1086. 1086. Let me go ahead and mark that up. Pull this over to the side so I can actually finish doing what I was doing over here. I think if the shorts are going to attack anything, they're going to attack Sing heavy today, for sure. Running up here like this with these wicks, it just looks like it needs to go down. But, you know, sometimes things still can surprise us in the market. The market is made to confuse us. It It is made to confuse us. When you think you're sure and you step in front of that train, the train just stops, slows down, speeds right back up and runs you over. All right, now everything is back to peaceful. All right, we got 30 seconds until Sing opens up. And I'm still looking over here at the SPY coming up just a little bit. Want to see where these ATRs end up folding out on the SPY and Sing. 15 seconds left until the open. Right, looks like it's about to be a war zone. So new ATRs out. ATR high is at 1128. The first ATR high is at 1090, and then full ATR high is at the 1130s, popping up there, not quite getting it. And then the bearish ATR start at 1013. It's going up and touching that first ATR and dropping off, dropping. Wow, dropping. Okay. Let's also look at the SPY. It's down there towards ATR lows right now. So let's look at the SPY real quick and see what it's actually doing. It did, wait, not SPU, SPY. It did a bit of the same movement, jumping up there, touching the ATR high and coming back into consolidation. If it starts to break down the 550s, I will be watching SOXS for a inverse trade. And SOXS right now is above the ATR highs here, looking real nice. I'd made some money on this one before, and just want to see it hold up. Want to see it hold above. I'll give it this whole 15 minutes to see if it can hold up 2312s. And the SPY is bullish right now, though. I'm not going for it right now because the SPY is looking a little bit bullish. Needs to go ahead and crash and start to break down the 551 flat. 551 flat is looking too bullish right now, though. Here's some more wicks coming in. More wicks. So is the SPY going to continue going up? The other thing I'll have to look at is over here on the monthly chart or the weekly chart for SOXS. We are definitely, we have had two big downwards weeks because of the SPY's recovery. Right into this previous level that I was telling you guys about. I was looking at the 2275-ish level to see if it'll hold. But I don't know. We have to see how the SPY does. But it is definitely looking a little bullish right now. SPY has to shift sides. If it doesn't, I'll go back towards some things that are following the SPY on the day. Actually, no, all of those are red, so I don't want to be jumping in on those either. Looking over here at the scans here, SOXL is a follower of the SPY, has a beta score of 4.34. Will follow the SPY heavy. Sing, let's jump back over there and see what Sing is doing. Still holding midway, but testing towards the lows. Let's see what it wants to do. Did not test that ATR high though. The full high, I guess, 1140s. Yep, SPY is going back bullish. Going back really bullish, actually. So I'm going to throw SOXL on the scan just to look at what it's doing. Where it is in the whole scheme of things. So it has a ATR high up here of 39.17 below the ATR highs, but has not dropped down here into the bearish levels yet. SPY pulling back. I like that pullback. Okay, I want to see the SPY crash out though. Needs to crash below 551 flat for me to even consider anything on it. SOXS, as the SPY continues to pump up, this one isn't looking so great. I like to see that ATR high break, and since we're seeing a dump down here, there's no trade for me there. Sing Sing, popping back up here. Looking like it wants to test out this ATR high again at the 1138s. ATR on Sing is 147, $1.47. But big wicks in pre-market, and we're looking to see, and we're kind of seeing big wicks in the intraday as well. So maybe a little bit unpredictable. A little bit unpredictable. I always forget to do that. I'm just so crazy. Let's see, save that. I'm wondering why. Let's see, inverses. ATR, that's looking good. Oh, I see now. Come on. Oh, I see now. Okay, it's about to show up. All right, so SOX making its way downward. The SPY is looking like it's breaking back above the ATR highs over here on the 15-minute, breaking up. So yeah, not looking great for everything we got going. Really was one that I saw falling. It pays a good dividend, but it fell quite a bit from $20 in the last month, from $19 down to $6. I don't know if they're going to be able to continue their dividend. It's on my watch on the dividends, but as far as day trading it, I'm not even trying to. I'd rather just hold it, get in a good position and hold it. Sing coming into the close of this 15-minute candle, continuing to show us downwards motion, but has not closed yet. Continues to lie to us in the middle of everything. The open was at 1059 here. So let me mark that open here. Edit properties. Did I mark that right? Yeah. 1059 is where the open was. I could do a code that would just put the open line out there, but it just makes everything kind of, ugh. Sometimes I want it there, sometimes I don't. But it's labeled over there now at the open, 1059. Continue to go away downwards from that level. First 15 minutes of the SPY though, looking nice and rough. Will it be able to dive? All right, SPY again, not being able to get out, but the SPY sometimes moves slowly. So you kind of got to give it time, because sometimes it'll just move slowly and then explode out of here and just get going upward. I want to see it break down 551 flat before I even try any inverses. And all of the ones that are following the SPY are red on the day, so I'm not trading those anyway. Even if it does go up, I'm good. Avoid that storm today. I'm only trading green things. Green things. Sing looking for the breakdown of 10. Making its way down there. I'm about to have to call that client back though. They call. He might have something serious that needs to be attended to. Anyway, I'll be watching. If the SPY wants to hold up here, it won't give me any opportunities on the inverses that are green today. And so I just sit that one out. But you know, not gonna force anything, especially with it looking like this. SOX, the inverse, continuing to have this huge wick. I don't want to have to. I don't want to lose anything on this. Yeah, that's not looking good at all. Baba, RKB, RKLB. What is this thing? 9 million shares traded. Not looking too healthy. ASTS was that big spaceship stock. I don't even know. They didn't even have any news on it, but it was absolutely flying yesterday. I was wondering, was it in connection with the space crew that is stuck in space? They had an approximation of them getting back like February, but I don't know if that's going to change or if it's going to get quicker. They're going to send something else up there, but I don't know if they're going to do that. They're probably just going to have them do a regular return into orbit, but you have to hit it at a certain spot and all this. A lot of calculations go into it, so you know they won't get the chance to be here on Earth for a couple of months. And I was just thinking, like, man, I would be kind of like losing it because a couple of months, man, there's so much that can happen in a couple of months, man. Sitting out there floating, you know. But we're learning things, you know. Think about like your car stops on the side of the road, you can get out, flag somebody down, space. Yeah, that ain't going. You gotta just sit there and hope to God somebody finds you. But anyway, I need to call this client back. For right now, I don't see anything that I'm going to be currently getting into. The SPY is absolutely exploding again. SOXL is red on the day for me, so I can't do that. Even if it goes from red to green, I don't trust it. I'd rather it just already be green and show me the power of the trades that they can do. Um, but yeah, SOX, everything just looking kind of wonky. All right, well, I'm going to go and make some money another way. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We do have a couple on the scans for top losers. And basically, this scanner is looking for anything that drops below 10% on the day with, I think it's a million shares traded, I think. SNDA, ADRT, GNLN. I think that was one we saw trade a lot earlier in the week. And then BSLK down 10%. All right, so there's my small cap scanner. Oh, yeah, they're calling back. All right, yeah, I'm about to jump on off of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll be next week will be a little bit different. I'll be streaming on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday because Wednesday and Thursday I'll be out. So Monday and Tuesday I'll be streaming. Anyway, that's it for today. And as always, appreciate you guys once again. If you're going to keep trading today, definitely keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention to market structure. And, you know, if you're day trading, don't let it turn into a swing trade. You know, abide by your rules. You know, do what you know to do and be successful on a Friday, end of the week. Anyway, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.